The only thing that separates us from the animals is our ability to accessorize.
Welcome back to another One Punch Man Road to Hero video. And today, we're going to be going over accessories. This will be like Accessories 101, if you will, just like a basic introduction. I'm not going to go into too many specifics about how to accessorize different characters. I'm just going to go over the basics here. Now, we have accessories slots numbered 1 through 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I'm just going to go ahead for the purposes of easy, since accessories starts with A, and there's numbers A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, and A6 to talk about the different accessory slots. Now, A1, 3, and 5 are very fixed on their stats. And before I get ahead of myself, so down below, these attributes here, this is what is being increased based upon the accessories you have equipped. So if right now I'm on a 1-star character that I've never invested in, just to show that if you have no accessories, you have no special attributes. If we click on Tatsumaki, she's got 6 accessories, and all of a sudden, bam, she's got a bunch of extra stats based upon what these accessories have, right? So here's the 5 initiative on A2, and that's where this 5 initiative comes from. Now, there are 2 different types of sets. There are 4 sets and 2 sets. Now, before we get into the different details, you can see here Serpent says 2-item set penetration, and the speed says 4-item set normal skill has 20% chance to trigger common skill again, which is great. And those are the 2 sets that I have on Tatsumaki here. Now, if we go to the right, we can see those are the 2 sets that are applied. So on the accessory set, it tells you which 2-item set and 4-item set that you're getting the set bonus from. Then to the right, one more time, you have the accessory description. This is what I meant about fixed stats versus the variable stats. Now, the secondaries are always going to be variable and could be random based upon what happens when you level them up. But the primary stats, A1, always going to be attack, right? A2 can be anything from hit points, hit point bonus. The basic HP bonus is just a percentage, right? So I'm going to refer to basic whatever bonus as percentage, right? So it could be HP percent, flat attack, attack percent, defense percent, resistance, accuracy, and initiative. So depending on the character, you might want an accuracy primary or an initiative primary or maybe an attack percentage primary. You know, those are some of the ones that I think are the better ones for A2. Then we move over down to A3, always going to be flat defense. Okay, can't really do much about that. A4 here, main attribute can be chosen between, it says chosen, but it ain't chosen. It ain't chosen if you don't have it available. It's just random on what accessories you have. But you can get health percentage, attack percentage, defense percentage, critical chance, critical damage, and penetration. So I definitely think that depending on the character, you might want that attack percent, penetration, or crit, and maybe health if you're talking about a defensive character. Now, you're always going to get flat health in A5, and A6 here we have the variable stats between health percentage, attack percentage, defense percentage, damage reduction, critical resistance, and persistence. Okay, now persistence is a very unique type of skill, and we'll get into that as we go down the sets, because each set does have their own thing that's going on. Like I said, there are 2-item sets and there are 4-item sets. So you can wear 3 2-item sets, or you can wear a 4-item set and a 2-item set, as there are 6 slots. Now, for any attacker character, if you don't know what to put on them, the best 2 set to use, in my opinion, is the Serpent with the penetration. Penetration is like critical chance plus, or critical damage plus. It's like 1 step above crits, because penetration ignores armor, and those are the purple numbers, if you've seen in your gameplay, that do a lot more damage than a crit does. So when in doubt on an attacker, use penetration. All right, it's a 2-item set, so that means you could potentially put 6 accessories, all penetration, and just do lots of damage. However, sometimes you really do want a 4-item set. There are certain instances where maybe you don't necessarily want to have, a 4-item set and a 2-item set. Maybe you have two 2-item sets and then like a mismatch based upon the secondaries, because it's possible, like for instance, this one only has 5 initiative. Maybe you need more initiative on a character and you don't really care what those set bonuses are. You just want more initiative. One character that kind of fits that criteria is Lightning Max. He gains extra attack based upon his initiative. So it just depends, right? Now, after... What happened? Oh, I guess I don't have any lefts in the speed department. When I clicked on that, it disappeared. So speed is a 4-item set, and it gives you a 20% chance for your common skill to trigger again. Since Tatsumaki's common skill is a column of damage that hits twice for each target, that gives you a better chance of getting your combos up and a higher chance of getting that float to start your combo train. So that's why I have the speed set on her. Energy set is a 4-item set that gives you a 20% chance to add 1 anchor. I don't know how I feel about that. I almost wish that energy was a 2-item set with a 10% chance to add anger. This way it gave you the option to get anywhere from 10 to 30% for the extra anger, as a 4-item set just for a 1 out of 5 chance to gain 1 anger energy is a little lacking. However, if you do have really great secondary stats on an energy set, by all means use it. Otherwise, energy is probably not one of those sets that I would recommend investing in. Shield is damage reduction. This is great for any tank character. Damage reduction means you're just going to reduce the amount of damage coming in. Defense is the next set here on the armor, right? And a 4-item set is 65% defense. That seems like a lot in comparison to 15% damage reduction. However, if your character that you're equipping, your tank character that you're equipping these sets on, does not gain any extra benefit from the defense, penetration will ignore defense, and at 65% will mean nothing versus penetration, where the damage reduction will always reduce the damage regardless of what type of damage is coming in. So, in my opinion, the shield is much better than the armor. However, it also depends on what accessories you have available and what character you're going to be putting them on. The one tank character that I think will benefit from an armor set over a shield set would be Tank Top Master, as the shield he grants at the beginning is based upon his defense. Heart. Heart is health, right? Pretty basic, pretty straightforward. You can put a 2-item set of health to get a 15% bonus to health for any character. Any tank character can benefit from a 2-item set to couple with the damage reduction or the defense. Maybe an attacker that's really squishy could benefit from it. And then there are characters that gain benefits, right? So each character's kit is different, and that's why this is just an intro. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Each character's kit there's certain characters that I'm misstepping here, could benefit from lots of health. So maybe you want to put 6 health accessories on them and just get 45% extra health, which is quite a lot. Blizzard is your critical hit chance, right? So this gives you a 15% chance to add crits. Characters that benefit from critical chance triggers can use a Blizzard set, or if you're just looking for a little bit of extra damage, then critical hit is good. The only caveat to crits is there is a character in the playerverse environment that you really don't want to have crits when you face him, and that is Kabuto. Carnage Kabuto gains a shield every time you crit him, so it's really no good. Unless you have somebody like Bang, which gets rid of the shield, then it's not a big deal. Otherwise, that 2-item set, I think that penetration's gonna do you better. All right, now Blade, the 4-attack item set. This is probably the most coveted set in the game, because any attacker can stand to use an extra 40% attack. Hands down, no problem. Very, very good set. In fact, and there's a lot of characters that benefit from having higher attack, like Child Emperor and On My Mask. On My Mask gets more shield at the beginning and more healing based upon his attack. Similarly with Child Emperor. Assassin set here is amazing. It's so much fun, especially with Metal Bat. This allows you to trigger your chase skill an extra time. Metal Bat has 2 chase skills. Oh, get out of there. Metal Bat has 2 chase skills, and so this means each one of those chase skills can be triggered an extra time. Fubuki also has multiple chase skills. If ever we're able to obtain Sonic, Sonic has multiple chase skills. So anybody that has multiple chase skills, it's a great set for, because then you get to go and add more damage to your combo and add higher combo number to your combo. Drugs. Drugs are resistance. Now, resistance is the ability to ward off detrimental effects. That means anybody that, if you're facing up against Kanbu bonds people, resistance is probably going to be your best way to try and evade that bond. So in Arena, it might be good if you have an extra, you don't know what to put on a 2-set, Drug might be a good way to go. Reflection, not that good of a set. I mean, you get a lot early on, and it's cool. You get to rebound 10% damage when attacked, but let's face it, 10% isn't that much. And unless the secondary stats are super phenomenal, you're probably better off with any other 2-set. Similarly, Fearlessness. Persistence is cool. You get to gain health at the end of the round, but that means you also have to survive to the end of the round, and then 7% really isn't that much. Maybe on some monsters that you already get 10% at the end of the round, you get the persistence on there, then you get another 7% up to 17%. Maybe you get persistence on your bottom right one here, right, because you can get persistence on that one, and you add more persistence, then you're recovering health much more rapidly at the end of the round, but still you have to survive through the round before you can gain that health back. So I'm not too sure how beneficial it is. I mean, like I said, the monsters that gain health at the end of the round, if they have good secondary stats on the Fearlessness set, might be a good option. Kendama is critical hit resistance. This means if somebody's got crits coming at you, this is going to be a good way to evade those crits and basically reduce the damage. Now, it's not quite reducing the damage like a damage reduction set, but more or less making it harder for them to get a critical hit. Good for a 2-set to couple with the damage reduction set, or a defense set. Very good for tanks, or if you're facing somebody that does a lot of crits, such as Stinger. Maybe you want some Kendama sets available when you're going to face against Stinger, because he thrives on criticals. Now, Blue Fire is accuracy, and if you think about the character Blue Fire, he does burning. So accuracy is the ability to apply detrimental effects, such as burning, stun, poison. So any of your characters that are really focused on applying detrimental effects, you want an accuracy set. And probably, the golden is you get an accuracy set with an accuracy A2. That would be amazing, right? Anyways, so definitely Blue Fire is a very good usable set for a lot of different characters in the game. Sharp Claws, the last set here, is critical hit damage 60%. So this is similar to the attack set. Attack is 40%. That's for all hits. Sharp Claws is critical hit damage 60%. So that's a much bigger increase. However, you have to get the crit for that damage to apply. So it really depends. If somebody's got a high base critical chance, Sharp Claws is the way to go. If somebody doesn't have a high base critical chance, then just get more attack on them so you get more damage overall. This has been the intro to accessories. I want to keep calling them mods from the other game I play, because they modify your stats, right? Look, they modify your stats. There's 2 little other things here you can sell and combine. With combinations, you can have 4 of the same set type, and you'll get that set type, but the shape itself will be random based upon the selections. Or you can have 4 of the same shape, and then you'll get that shape, but you don't know what set it'll be. So conversely, if you have 4 of the same shape and set, I don't think I have any that are leveled up. then you can actually determine that shape and set that you're going for. So I recommend that if you're looking for a certain shape in a certain set, that you try and save up your, your greens and your blues of all the same shape and set, and then combine them at that point. Now you can also sell any accessories that you don't want. You can select all of the certain colors, right, if you wanted to, and then deselect the sets that you don't want to sell. So it just depends on what you're looking for. These are the sets that I don't like to sell right there. I will sell everything else for the most part, because I'm not really looking for those at this point in time. Now, I probably shouldn't be selling these ones or these ones as well, maybe, depending. I don't know. Depends. Anyways, this has been the 101. I will do future videos about accessorizing characters, or what accessories are really good for certain characters or certain situations. I'm Doja-san. Until next time, like, share, subscribe. Check it out later.